Okay, so this has got to stop. And
Unity.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Tell it like it is.
Hello, brother.
I got to go deliver a tent, but come on, people. I'm here for one reason. You can like me, you don't have to like me. I don't care.
That's your
Okay?
choice.
I don't care. It's
Amen.
totally up to y'all, because y'all got free will. Okay? So do I. I'm sorry for interrupting the meeting, but I had to say that.
Good.
And I love y'all, and I don't like some of you. I'm not going to associate with you, okay? It's prerogative. I love you because I'm supposed to, but here, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Speak my words.
He doesn't say much, but when he does, it's
Thank you.
both times he's got up and took a mic. It's just been
That was
one
great.
in the face, which is sometimes necessary.
That was
So anyway,
great.
back to what I was saying before Joe just wonderfully interrupted me. We went into D.C. the day before. Loudoun County was awesome. I was so excited about it. We made our voice heard in Loudoun County, I feel like. But when we got into D.C., my fault, totally on my shoulders. I take the blame. I made a mistake, and once I got it to work, I fixed the mistake. And I have an overriding tendency to try to protect. That's my nature. And I do not want to see anybody, I don't want to lose people before July 4th. I don't want you to suffer before July 4th. But when we stopped at the Best Buy, some of you guys were ticked off at me. And I saw the fire in your eyes, and I said, I have underestimated these people. I have totally, completely underestimated these people. They don't need my protection. Just like I don't need the government's protection.
That's right.
And there you go. I apologize. I apologize for trying to protect you. Yesterday, I went in with full intentions of not protecting anybody. I had full intentions of some of us getting tickets, and one of us was going to go to jail. He told me he was. I'm like, okie dokie. I won't mention this. I won't mention this name. I will not. But his initials are D. I hope that wasn't too revealing.
Oh my God.
Is it big or little?
I don't know how you pull over a fire truck. I just don't know how to do it. But, so we went in yesterday, and then after we all finally got back together, oh yeah, it was part of the plan. We had all three groups had police escorts.
Yeah.
We didn't.
And then when we got back together, we stopped at a way station. And when we pulled off the way station, when we pulled back on, I told him, I said, Big D's like, let's do it now. And I'm like, I can't. My key component to this is the rear. And they're all gone. And he was mad at me because, yes, we can. Yes, I said, no, we can't. I need those people that know what they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. I need them there. So I had Big D mad at me. I had Oreo mad at me. I was mad at me. And then I was mad at Jody.
What did you do?
And so anyway, what the plan was, since I can tell it now, and I told it the night before, what the plan was we were going to come out and go 2 wide like we were the first day when we were instructed by the police to go 1 wide so they would begin to pull us over. And the reason I didn't go too wide or stay too wide is because I thought we were coming up on a left-hand exit. So, okay, if I get in the left lane, we'll go there, then we'll do it. And anyway, it's my fault. I'm not going to make any excuses. It's my fault. And it goes back to my... And I've got, as your leader, I have to come out of that. Because July 4th, and I knew I was going to on July 4th. It has to be. Look, guys, July 4th is way out of my comfort zone. Look at that. So anyway, when we pulled back out of the way station, we come out, and as soon as we got on 495, and we had the ability to do so, we went too wide. Not a cop anywhere. I had this little speech in my head. I had worked on it all night long. But I told everybody, radio silence when they tell me that, we have to go a single file. I went dead radio silence. Well, there was radio silence up until that. I mean, nobody was saying anything. I was all prepared, man. And so we went too wide. Nothing. For a few miles. Nothing. And I'm like, we come up on 7, which how we was coming back home. Nothing. Big DC, there goes 7. I said, I know. We come up on 270 and 495 split. What do you want to do? Go around again.
Amen.
So we went 495.
Do it.
When it was safe to do so, I said, let's go 3 wide. Nothing. Not a cop anywhere in sight. Because what I wanted for them, when we were too wide, I wanted them to come up and say, single file, and I was going to say, we respect our law enforcement. We have always supported our law enforcement. But you do not dictate the terms of our protest. And make no mistake, this is a protest. If you continue to do so, you have 30 seconds to either back off and give us a front escort and a rear escort 2 wide through this city. Or we will show you what a real protest looks like.
Amen.
At that point, I had my timer, did I not, Captain Sparrow? I had my timer pulled up. I was giving them 30 seconds. At that time, I was going to say, drain the swamp. Convoy, drain the swamp. The rear was going to fan out 4 wide. Then we were going to fill in 4 wide, and we were going to slow down to a crawl. Of course, we'd already been doing 14 miles an hour as it was. The only thing I can figure.
That's right.
It was her day
Well,
off.
not yet.
Good morning.
Is that there was something more pressing that required their attention. That there is a snitch in our camp. I don't want to believe that. That told them what our plan was. Or that they just figured it out on their own and they said, we don't need to be messing with these people today. There was a difference in the way we went in that day than in the day before. I heard a report that a local radio station was advertising that there was a convoy of trucks, and I am getting ticked off at my 4-wheelers and my RVers being overlooked. There was only 2 trucks in the convoy and 1 big fire truck, and they just completely ignored all you beautiful patriots driving 4-wheelers and RVs. I do not discount you. You are amazing, and I love each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give yourself a hand.
Thank you.
If it was safe to do so, we would. But anyway, I turned to the radio station that they said was advertising that or announcing that. And sure enough, they came on. I had to wait for a while. They came on and said that there was a group of trucks that were protesting in D.C. driving around the Beltway, and the impact was minimal. I looked in my mirror. I said, that's minimal? Well, let me tell you how minimal it was. Justin, our dear brother in the back. Justin was on his way home to pick up his son in Texas. 2 hours away from us, he broke down. he called a DC tow service that said they would be there in 2 hours to pick him up. The only one that would actually haul him back to this area. 7 hours later, the truck driver arrives. And this is his story. And if you're watching Mr. Tow Truck Driver, Justin didn't have the nerve to tell you why. But I will. Yeah. Justin said, as he's hooking me up and telling me the story, I was just like, really? No kidding. The tow truck driver tells him that I would have been here earlier, but something was going on in DC today, man. The traffic was horrible. He said it wasn't just holiday traffic. He said it took me forever to get through, to get to you, man. I'm so sorry. So Justin, he's just like, I don't want to tell this guy the truth that those are my people. So he took the ride back, and so it's over now, so we can tell it all. But and to be fair and to be honest, because I'm a fair and honest man, there were other things that were going on. There was an accident that we saw on the other side of the road that actually had a better turnout than ours. Everybody loves a good accident. They turn out to them. But a good protest, everybody's like. Anyway. Just having a little fun this morning with y'all. It turned out to be, I think, a very good day, a very successful day. I would have liked to have seen it happen a little earlier. No, I didn't miss it. I had to get home. Thank you. It was good. It was good. You guys act like I don't know anything. You guys act like what you do is a secret from me. I know when you've been bad or good. Some of you need to remember the next line of that song.
The traffic was very clear.
Monday morning, a lot of you are asking me what the plan is. Tonight, after the nightly meeting, we will go over the plan, and I will explain it to everyone in group. Please keep that under your hat. It doesn't matter. It really, at this point, it doesn't matter. If they try to stop us at any point, that's where the protest begins. Unless they try to stop us out here at party. It's going to be kind of like a normal day if that's the case. But the protest will begin wherever they stop us. And it will be a massive protest. And how many know Chuck, our web designer? Have you met Chuck? Chuck wrote an article. He's got a website. Chuck has a gift. He has a gift for writing. And
so he came
I
last
had the
night.
interview this morning with Tom Roden, which went really well because of Chuck. I'll be honest. I got up at 7 for a 7:30 interview, and I was groggy. Usually I have 4 people wanting to bring me coffee. Nobody wanted to bring me coffee this morning. So Chuck and I began to text, and he said, I've got a new article, and so I went over and started reading it. I got about 4 paragraphs in before I had to do the interview, and it changed the whole tone of the interview. I went into it on fire. Chuck was asked to read that at our rally this weekend. I want him to read that. What we're going to do Monday is we're not passing out flyers anymore. We are not trying to get our convoy or the convoy itself or the mission, our movement here. We're not trying to build numbers at this point. Monday, we switched gears. Yesterday, we were still in the passing out flyers type mode. Monday, we switch gears. It goes to a completely different thing. This is a protest. It's not a parade. It's not a party. It's a protest.
Yeah.
And this is what we all came here for. This is what we all signed up for. Some of you will not like this plan. That's fine. This is not a military operation. You have the option to go with us or stay at home. will have many arguments against this plan. You will see this plan. Some of you will see this plan and say, I don't like this plan because of A, B, C, and D. I have ran this plan through a number of people that I have great confidence in, told them to tear it apart. There have been some modifications made to it from those experiences. I am still open to a better plan. If somebody has a better plan that I think will make the impact that needs to be made. Matter of fact, Tom wrote, he said, where will you be Monday morning? I said, on your TV.
Yeah.
I'm not normally that witty at 7:30 in the morning. That was a God thing. That's it. That's it. I want you to remember the last 2 years of your life when we set out Monday morning. I want you to remember those who died because of mistreatment, of a manufactured disease. I want you to remember those that will not be celebrating July 4th with us this year because somebody had already identified the proper treatment, early treatment for COVID-19, and they shut him down and they vilified him. I want you to remember, I've got cousins that died during that time. I want you to remember them and what that federal government has done to our country. Enough is enough. We will not be slaves. They will not dictate the terms of this protest. That is our prerogative. That is our right. That is our duty. So Monday morning, early, get ready. That's why we have the Sunday rally from 2 to 6. I want to make sure I get my times right. 2 to 6. They're taking the tent back. That's them.
The children are leaving.
Freedom! Children are leaving.
The children are leaving.
They're running free. That's cool.
Yeah, that's who I hang with.
Convoy!
It's a pretty convoy there. It only takes 3. I love that Indiana contingent. I'm telling you. I love all of you, but those guys, they nobody can have a favorite child. I know that. No, I love you all. But those guys are just they kind of tickle my funny bone. And plus, they brought me muffins. Really good muffins. I got those too. I just didn't mention those. But anyway, Monday will be we've never done anything like, well, we kind of done it for a few hours in Sacramento. Just a little bit. But Monday will be unlike anything we have ever done, no matter what organization you've been with before. I will reiterate again that it must be done peacefully. Has to be peaceful. If you become violent with authorities, our movement falls apart. If you see someone that you think is an infiltrator that's trying to do the because they're going to be there. If you don't think they're going to be there, you're sadly mistaken. They will try to do something. You take them down. You hear me? You stop them. I don't mean with arms. I mean with your arms. Take them down and tell the cops this person is not with us. They do not represent us. We would like for you to remove them. So anyway.
So tell me, why do you hang with them?
I'm not kidding. That is dead serious stuff right there. They will destroy our movement if they can. get video of them because we want to identify them later. Ray F's still out there living his best life. And good men and women have done time in jail. Some of them under harsh treatment. Yeah, we know our government. That's why we're here. So anyway, would like for all of my leadership to step forward, if you will. All those people that have been my leadership, step forward. I got one missing. I got two missing. Okay. I got a few missing because of the night shift. These people right here have, I've given credit to the kitchen over and over and over. I've given credit to all the other people that have done special things and outstanding piece of service. But these people right here have in the background and things that you have no idea. They have worked 16, 18, 20-hour days. They have been ridiculed. They have been mocked. They have been vilified. And patiently, lovingly, they have yelled at me, and I have yelled at them. But I want to tell you right now, I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate the hard work. In them early days, you'd have never made it. That's right. If it wasn't for these guys right here. I've asked everybody to do more than what they should have done. And if I've asked you anything, trust me, I've asked of them more. And they have done it. And I don't know if I'll get this opportunity to do this again in the morning meeting. As the schedule goes from here on out, I want to do this today. I thank you. I honor you. I applaud you. You are the best of the best. Go sit down. All right. Maybe you need the oil change for me. If anybody needs help, I'm here to help. All right. It's oil. You work with oil. You grease.
Wrong kind.
I don't know some of the coffee I drink. And the truck stop. They don't call it 40 weight for nothing. But anyway, today is not a day off. Don't give days off anymore. But we have a tent that needs to be erected somewhere. A hush. Really proud. What? We'll work on that. They'll work on that. I will be absent from the camp for a little while this morning. My pastor came in last night. He's asked to spend some time with me today. And I want to spend some time with him today and his wife. They came all the way from Indiana. They got some business to do in Kentucky later on. They got a room here tonight. They came in specifically just to see me. And They said, you know, if you've been watching on live stream, you see the loads are under, you want to come in here, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. This hollow-eyed look and this wild-eyed look is just gone every day. So I'm going to go spend some time with them today and enjoy their company and their fellowship. I haven't had that for a long time with them. These are my mentors. These are the people that I go to when I'm in trouble, and I appreciate it. So you guys will have to forgive me if I step away for a moment and spend some time with them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can't hear.
Sorry guys, I forget about that. You can go Convoy if you want to hand out trifolds. I don't know if it's going to be the best use of anybody's time, but that's just my personal opinion, because I think we're kind of past that at this point. Not to say you can't. But I do think on ground we have a lot to kind of figure out logistically, cars or people coming in, setting a stage up, the rotator, making sure we have all that space. So we might want to start laying that out, along with setting up tables and making sure we have all the auction items. It's just a lot that goes into it that we don't think about until the last minute, only because we're doing 5,000 other things. That's just reality. So there are people donating food. I've already had several messages. I think an order from Food Lion just came in.
Instacart just showed up. Instacart.
Instacart. Is it Food Lion?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that lady said she was doing Food Lion. They asked me about stores. I said there's twice Food Lion, Martin, and Walmart. So that came in. I don't know what's in there. We'll go through it and see what it applies to this weekend. And then Rona also placed an order, or will be placing an order. I haven't checked my phone. It was dead. Helps when you put it on charger. And then I know Carla and Brian, if we don't have all the things. I know I spoke to you yesterday about to go ahead and do that. I told her we'll set her up after the meeting. A few of you have reimbursements. You're just going to have to hold off a minute so I can get it organized and then have you pick them up. I know Tony, I don't see him now. Tony reached out to me and Caroline. Oh, is he over there? Okay. And Caroline. So if that's what you need, I'll do that and then we'll do all the other stuff afterwards. So, see me, Victoria, Crystal, Billy, and Big D. He had a headache, so I just told him to lay down and chill out for a minute. He's been running himself ragged. The driving takes a lot out of you guys. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, literally, I don't know how you do it. It's exhausting. And then to have to watch all the stuff that's going on the sides. Yeah, I don't envy you at all.
But it's so much fun.
Yeah. It is fun.
Just to reiterate, we cannot go into DC proper at this time on July 4th. We cannot do that because of street closures, because of the 4th of July, and things of that nature. But make absolutely no mistake, as soon as possible, we will be going into DC proper to make our voices heard. They have to deal with that. We have to deal with the consequences. They got to deal with us. So, but as of Monday, and until that day comes, we will start our formal protest. When I first felt July 4th was the appropriate date, I looked at the calendar on my phone, I looked at God, and I said, that's too far off. I don't want to wait that long. Everybody's telling me we need a date. I got people taking off work to come here. One guy asked today, or I got a message today that he's like, I'm hearing that you're not going into DC, I'm taking off work to come. I want my time to mean something. Trust me, your time will mean something. Yes, sir. You guys have known me for 3 months now. I don't blow smoke. He is coming. Good deal. If you're sitting back wondering if your time is going to be used to the best of our ability. It will be. I need every vehicle with a brave heart behind the wheel that I can possibly get. Real quick, show of hands. How many people have I showed the plan to? Raise your hand. Hang on. Put you guys at home. Those hands. I showed the plan to. These are those that are here. Real quick. Will it be impactful?
Yes.
Will your voice be heard?
Yes.
Will you be uncomfortable?
Yes. No.
Oreo's like, nope. But this guy walks into the middle of Antifa riots and does filming, so we really can't. He's an outlier. He's the X factor. I mean, we just can't really take. He's already got ice water flowing through his veins. So the rest of us who are just normal people, it is out of our comfort zone. It is way out of my comfort zone. It is going to be impactful, and you will have a conversation with law enforcement. We will tell you what to say and tell you what to do. That's not the card I gave you. I've been brainwashed by a cult leader. I'm just doing what I was programmed to do, sir. That's the other side's card. That's not this one.
Keep looking twice. Get his cards mixed up.
I keep blinking twice for help. Nobody hears me. I like you again. That was good. You're back on the good list. So anyway, oh my goodness. I'm just telling you guys, I don't blow smoke. When we went through Portland, I got you ready for the worst of the worst. I will get you ready for the worst of the worst here. You probably will get a ticket. Or your car, your vehicle may get impounded. I don't know. Depends on how they decide to deal with us. But if it gets impounded, I have full assurance in the American people that they will do a GoFundMe. No, not a GoFundMe. That's like beautiful, man. We just keep saying that. We will do a public fundraiser, and we will raise the money to get your vehicle back for the next day's protest or the day after that. So, I have full. These people that are watching this movement are so behind us. They want us to succeed. They cannot be here. Some of them cannot be here physically. I respect that. But they are here spiritually. They are here financially. They are with us in heart. And those people are just as important to this movement as we sit here. They're not taking the risk per se, but they are taking the responsibility to help us in this endeavor. And I think we owe the American people that have brought this movement this far a standing ovation. Thank you, America. Thank you, America. We love you, America. We love you. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We do have some folks that have came back to us. All those who have came back to us, raise your hand. You haven't been here in a while. Good to see you back. Good to see you back. How many? Who came the furthest? Kansas,
North Dakota.
Roanoke. Oh, you came in. You're not back. You're
North Dakota.
Okay, let's just see. Who has came the furthest to Bunker Hill? Where? Oh, tell me, where you from? Yeah, you don't care. South Mississippi.
Nebraska back there.
Nebraska. I said Kansas again. I said Kansas again. All right, from now on, your name is Kansas. From now on, your name is Nebraska. Help me remember that. Nebraska.
Go Huskers.
What's that?
Go Huskers.
Go Huskers.
Washington State.
Washington State.
The Smiths are from California.
What?
The Smiths are from California.
California. So people from all over the country. Connecticut, Arizona, go ahead, yell it out. Maryland,
Massachusetts.
North Carolina,
Texas.
Massachusetts, Texas, Virginia, West by God, Virginia, all the way via California, Indiana. Pastor Tony back here yelling Indiana, Indiana, Vermont,
Florida.
Ohio! What was it? Kentucky? I love you, sis. My Kentucky crowd is in the group. Rhode Island! Rhode Island. It's a city up north somewhere. Wisconsin! Where else? Pennsylvania! New Jersey. We need to, we need to do that. Where? Florida. Where else? Texas. Texas in the house. God bless Texas.
But not really.
If this endeavor is not successful, I will be a Texan.
Florida. I said it. Not really. Florida to Hagerstown to Sacramento
I know
to
the
Washington and back, and then back to Florida and back to here.
Good
So,
Lord, girl. How many miles do you say you've traveled?
26,000.
26,000 miles in this.
Wow. And I thought I drove a lot.
Anybody else? Did I miss anybody's state? You're from a state that wasn't mentioned. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Utah, Arizona border. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, you say it's Nevada.
Nevada.
No, it's Nevada.
Nevada. There you go. Maryland. You know you can't say your state name, right?
Yeah, really.
Maryland. Anything else? All right. Got all that covered? I've had fun this morning. Thank you very much for letting me have fun. I like to have fun. This is what I like. I like to sit around with people and talk, have fun, or sit in my truck and be by myself. It's two things I enjoy. So if you guys allow me to do one thing. Yeah, quit them all. Life
Trying to
ain't,
explain through why we like our trucks, but
life ain't perfect.
can't drop it.
Deal with it, Santa. Deal with it. You do remember that I only work one day a year. But it's a long day. And for all of you that are asking me questions about why you didn't get this and that, you know exactly why. Don't make me go public.
You're the only one that goes around the world in one night. Okay?
Well,
Leave him alone.
and everybody's like, how do you do that? You guys have been watching these TV shows that depict me. And you know, if you've worked in a prison and you watch a prison movie, it's not the way the movie predicts it or presents it. If you're a truck driver and you watch a truck driver movie, it's not the way that it is presented. You know, if you're a newscaster and watch, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
So why would you expect the depictions of my other persona to be depicted correctly by Hollywood? I'm magic. Prove me wrong. Have you ever seen me and Santa in the same room together? Or have you ever seen me and someone who says they're Santa in the same room together? However, there is a picture of me and a guy that calls himself Santa from Louisiana. And he actually pulled it off better than I did, so it's a little uncomfortable around that guy.
Look over your right shoulder. There you go.
Again, a depiction. A depiction. A pretty good one by my dad.
Yeah, but he's got hair.
So anyway, and they always show me with that flowing white hair. Get real, folks. Do you know how old I am? It's lucky I still got
He
joints.
says yes.
My mama and papa, my adopted mama and papa back there listening to all this mess. But they're used to it. They've seen me in youth camps and church and somebody relate what you saying?
You can have him if you want him.
I can have him. I don't want him. That's your responsibility. You think I want that mess? Pastor Tony and I is not a pastor parishioner type relationship. It is not at all. It's more like two best friends. He says I owe him $26. If he tells you that, just look at him and say, I know you're a pastor, and you would not lie. But Santa has told us the rest of the story. I do not owe him $26. I told the story tonight. I will sell it. It is safe to say I do not owe that man $26. I owe him way more than $26. I owe him so much. It has nothing to do with monetary value. It's all, he's my brother. My dad, he looks a lot like my dad. My dad was a big guy, big, broad shouldered, ugly. I can't see this face. Giving me a smirk. No, my dad was a handsome man. That's where him and my dad's part ways. No, he is the best friend I've ever had.
He got the face looks like you're going to bed.
His face looks like it's done more out 3 bodies. You can laugh, it's okay. If you get the joke. I mean, don't laugh just out of politeness. That's funny right there. I'm sorry.
You said it's
A
time to
face
pray.
that wore out 3 bodies. I mean, come on. That's not funny. All right, we got a lot to do today. If you will, get with Hippie Mama and Victoria. I want to call her Christine again this morning. That's a different person altogether. Victoria and Hippie Mama, they will be arranging everything for the setup of tomorrow and Sunday's rally. Who was the idiot that decided to have 2 rallies back to back? Would you show yourself? You
Everybody's
moron.
sitting down.
One rally wears me out. So anyway, I guess everybody here knows who the moron and the idiot is, right? You're just not willing. Some of you are willing to point him out. Thank you. I know who my friends are now. The ones pointing. Those are the ones that will tell you the truth. Anyway, get with them today. It is going to be a scorcher today. Make sure you stay hydrated. Stay in some cool atmosphere if you can. If you need to get into the reefer, go ahead. But make sure somebody shuts you in so that we don't work waste. That is a joke for all you that don't understand sarcasm. That is a joke. Do not get in a reefer and have somebody lock you in.
No, because it'd have to be at least an hour a shift.
Make sure you take your cell phone.
So anyway, we will close out with prayer and pledge, and just stay cool. That's the National Institute of Health. I just got one challenge. Go to NIH.gov. In the search engine at the top, type in ivermectin and cancer. you will find, just read the headlines of the articles there, that they wrote the correlation between ivermectin and cancer.
Looks like a cure.
I say no more. I say no more. Let them tell you the truth. Ivermectin, NIH.gov, ivermectin and cancer. And then let's join together Monday morning and let's go protest this out of control, gluttonous behemoth of a monster called the U.S. federal government.
Yeah!
Let's stand.
Father, we thank you for this day and every day that you have given us up to now. You know the magnitude of work that is going to go into this weekend and the rest of this protest that we've about to get. We recognize that without you, all is vain, but with you, all is success. We ask God that you put a special hedge about us, a special blessing upon us, by the mightiness of your hand and your word. Give us hearts of lions, give us souls of patriots, give us the courage of prophets of old. Let us stand together, side by side, back to back, but never face to face, that we may accomplish the will of God in the heart of the people. And with us today, keep us all safe. In the precious name of Jesus we ask. Amen.
Amen.
Flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Airborne.
Be safe, go forth, and prosper.
How you doing, girl?
Did you talk to anybody else?
Well, y'all, morning meeting would be over.
I'm sorry, not my type.
Yeah. Don't take me from behind.
Like I told you, not my type.
That's why we hang around here.
I hang around
It's
here
for the
I
laugh.
hang around for free food.
The
The problem is, I gotta cook the food.
Oh no.
You don't have to cook all of it.
I know, I got a video of his daddy back there cooking earlier. So are you guys heading out?
No. I'm putting these along the back wall. Heading out.
Back wall?
Back wall where I camp.
Oh,
Stick around.
way cool. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good.
You bring your animals?
Yeah. Thomas is back in the pool. I got the 3 puppies in the car, so I gotta go check it out and see how warm it is. I'm in between 2 RVs and I put a pop-up, so there's a little bit of shade. Yeah, in front of the white van, kind of cool. That yeah. In between those 2 RVs, put it that way. Can't see it, but
That's a little shade.
yeah, for right now. But I'm gonna have to go and find some
The park.
later.
Second life.
Yeah, I know where that's.
Swimming pool.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like it's gonna be one of those days where it's staying cool, and I gotta make sure that my puppies are good. As you can hear, I'm barking.
Oh yeah, you guys in the back end. I was like,
My alarm system when people walk by. Thomas is doing good. Hello from Indiana. I know there's a bunch of you guys here from Indiana. I'm gonna go back over to the puppies. I don't know if they'll eat my leftovers, but I don't like to throw food away. Get my chair out of the way. Oh, it doesn't look like they got a whole lot of shade. Let's see what we got in the car. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. Were you good? Is that a yes? Is that a yes? Huh? Rody, you sound like your mama. Yeah, you do. Okay, hop in. Say hop in. It's a good puppies. Hop in, girls. Good girls. Say good girls. Yeah, these are my sweethearts. This is Sophie. How about Sophie? Where are you? This is Rhodey. And this is the Princess Carmela. But they're all really good dogs. Okay, hop in. Good girls. Yeah, they like to cruise. They definitely like to cruise better than what Thomas does. And let me take this and see if they will eat any of it. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me open it up. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if you'll want any of that. No, Carmela's already trying to cover it. See, Carmela's saying, no, I don't want any of that. Forget it, forget it, forget it. Cover it up, take it away. I don't want it. So, we'll have to take that and throw it out for the animals. Down where Thomas is. Yeah, I collect stuff. April 1st was in you know, that. Yeah, and I definitely try. that I would under normal circumstances. And it wasn't in the best. Yeah, we're gonna go and find a cooler spot. I'm going to move this tent back so that I can save my parking spot here. And parking's at a prime, and when I go to a meeting or whatever, I take the puppies with. Oh, I hate that. I hate that when I'm listening to streamers and that happens. Okay, I was gonna back up that, the screen tent, but I think we're just gonna let it there, and we'll hope and pray nobody comes and takes our spot. But we're gonna go back here and make sure that Thomas is good to go, and then I gotta go to the store. Or else we'll go to the store and then come back and get Thomas, because he won't be excited about going to a store. Because going to a store, you gotta find shade. And that's sometimes a hard thing to do, is to find the shade. Well, I don't see him sitting up. So, I was talking about the stuff on my dash, and the palm that my son gave me, my youngest son, and the person who did it, it was still fresh. So it stayed up on there to dry out so it didn't get squashed. And then you have some, the sticks are driftwood from the beach over near Crescent City, California, near the Redwoods. And the rhododendron and the iris flowers were from alongside the road when I went to see where my oldest son lived prior to passing away. And here's Thomas. Hi, Thomas. What up, Thomas? The puppies are all happy to see Thomas. Can you tell? They all have to come and give him a kiss. How about Sophie? How about Tom? Say hi, Tom. What up, Tom? You gonna go crash? Well, I guess Thomas is going with us. Alright, girls. Watch out. So yeah, all that stuff up on there means a little bit of something, and it's just I really don't want to get it squashed. So that's why it's up there. Orange peels that was up there to dry out. Sage is always good to cleanse negativity from you or around you. And yeah, my office space, my fan for when it gets too hot, or to fan the flames, and brochures to hand out. So this is the parking lot out here, and Thomas had met a wild animal, or not a wild animal, sorry, a cat. And it's like, is that a garlic? Or would that be the alum that Boots was just talking to me about? Boots? Right here. Is that alum? Anybody else know? Boots was just talking about the alum and that it was good at reducing inflammation and swelling. So the powdered alum that you can find at grocery stores, it's like you always wondered, what is this good for? Well, there's one of the things that it's good for. Not quite sure so much in cooking or baking. But Boots was saying that it reduces swelling. So that's pretty interesting. She said about the powder at bowling alleys that if you would use that powder, that your fingers wouldn't swell up in the bowling balls. Okay, so what am I missing that's weird? Changed it to live chats and now it shows up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's really interesting how that does that. It'll go to top chats and you don't realize it. And then you have to keep switching it to live to make sure that it all comes up. Hi, Thomas. What up, Thomas? Thomas just jumped back up. That's more or less his area to eat. There's a cool breeze going, so I'm not running my fan right now. I don't have AC. I had bought a recharge, but I needed air compressor, so right now that little fan is a lifesaver. And I don't know how many people who are camping here know about those rechargeable fans, but I'll tell you what, that is definitely a lifesaver at night. Oh, that was you, Tom, huh? What up? What up, Thomas? Huh? You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? You my good little kitty cat. You my good boy. Oh, Sophie's coming to give you a kiss. Where's the other girls? Hopefully I didn't whistle in your ear. Well, there we go. You see the other two. See, it's a pretty cool spot here. I mean, even though it's, out in the sun, well, right now I can park in, so the rear end is facing the sun, and we have a breeze going through here, and I really don't have to worry about them being near traffic or other animals or running after cows. They've seen the cows, but they've never seen the cows up close. Oh, yeah, Thomas. It was... I've been tossing and turning over Thomas more so than my puppies, because of not having an AC and Thomas's long hair and the heat really he's not always a happy camper. So that's why I give Thomas more leeway than my puppies. And the thought of if I could find, and Thomas would be cool with going, because he's a little on the particular side, to stay with someone. Yeah, yeah. I like my cats are cool because they've always been independent. I've been traveling, so it's a little bit harder to travel with a cat than a dog. But Blue, my old cat that I had prior to Thomas, she had trained Thomas, and I had her walking on a halter and leash when she was 6 months old, and I mean, she really traveled well. She was a really good cat. And then I got Thomas, so because she was getting up in the years, and I got Thomas so she could train him. Yeah, that's a hard one with cats, because they like to, with the keeping them all inside. Yeah, some can be homebodies, some like to go in and out, depending on where you live. I would hate to be living in a city and let mine out for fear of someone stealing them or squashing them on the road or any of the above. Call them yeah. Okay, this is how we call the puppies. Sophie, call the girls. Call the girls. Where's the girls? Call them. Call them, Sophie. Where's the girls? Where's the girls? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, sorry. I know, it got my ear too. I forgot about that part. Rhodey! Carmela! Okay, there's one. Where's Rhodey? Rhodey is, in more ways than one, starting to act more and more like Belle. Her mama. Hi, Rhodey. You ready to go? Come on, hop in. Hop in, Rhodey. Good girl. My brother has 2 females, and they are super chunky, which means they're very spoiled by my brother and his wife. They're pretty kitties too. Yeah. My animals are spoiled. People might think that it's cruel to take them cross country and everything, but the attitude, the behavior in my animals since we've been traveling, it's really amazing to see. Thomas just went back out again. I probably will leave them here. The dogs, I can leave the windows open a little bit further when I go to a store, but Thomas, I can't. Sophie made a teacher mama start. That's a good one. No bark. No. You know who that is. That's not a new dog. You've known that dog for how many months now? Yeah. They like the excuse of, oh, there's a new dog in town. So they like announcing the presence. Yeah, way back, Bella, the mama of all three girls, they're three sisters. And Bella, I'd be calling the dogs and Bella, all she had to do was howl. Not quite as Sophie does, because Sophie sounds more like she's being killed, although she is getting better. But Bella would call them, and I mean, they'd come running in 2.2. You know, all I had to do, Bella, call the girls, and, you know, she was right on it. So Sophie's usually the first one when I call. She's usually the first one. She's a really smart dog, and she doesn't like getting in trouble. So she'll come back first. And as you saw, it's like, okay, where's the other two? And then Sophie's been stepping in when Bella was alive. Bella would call, and Sophie would be the first, and then she would join her mom in the call-in for the other dogs. So now Sophie has that, and Carmela, she's funny. You should hear her howl too. Rhodey, she's starting, but she does talk a lot like her mom. No, Rizron Garage. This is Bunker Hill, West Virginia. And this is the 1776 Restoration Movement. And we are in the overflow. Yeah, the puppies, someone might have taken a video of them when they were in the car. They've had lots of videos and photos taken of them on the convoy. Usually when we would pull into, they would be up on the dash, saying, "Where are we now?" And I have a video uploaded of them saying hi when we were in bumper traffic to a dog, another Chihuahua, that we were playing those back and forth. So they were enjoying that, saying hi to the dog for a while. And yes, that is a lighter flickering. I'm trying to light my cigarettes, and there's a beautiful breeze going, so I'm not complaining. Oops, sorry. So yeah, this is the overflow. And all the way down where you see these two coming with their dogs, that is where the camp is. And I just gotta watch that pit bull with Thomas. Thomas! 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 Good boy. Not quite sure, but I know that my dogs and that pit bull were not really liking each other so much. Hi Thomas, stand here a minute until that pit bull goes. Going over to their car. So yeah, today it's pretty much try to keep the animals in the shade because it's supposed to be warm. Say, West by God, Virginia. Yeah, we're at the, I watched, alright, gonna look down there. This is where Thomas likes to hang. That's like his favorite perch, right on the windowsill. And he'll just sit and hang out and watch everything. I'm looking forward to being able to go back over all of my video and finding all of my old files. I think I uploaded the one, though, might be on Instagram, of Thomas talking to the crows. It was interesting when we were spending a lot of time up on top of the Blue Ridge Parkway, social distancing from that whatever hysteria was going on down on the flatland. What up, Tom? Huh? So we'd go up on top at that time. I just had Bella and Thomas. The puppies I had put up in safekeeping with the family up in Pennsylvania. And they had stayed up there. So I just had Bella and Thomas up on top of the Blue Ridge. And they enjoyed it. But the Blue Ridge became a speedway. And what I used to find peace, where I used to find peace and solitude, there were so many people that were driving. This was in western North Carolina, in between Asheville and Cherokee, in that area. And the number of people just flying on that highway, and they'd pull into one of the areas, the parking areas, jump out, take a couple of pictures, and fly. And while I do understand the taking of pictures on a top, go back and look at them. there were more cars than there were parking spots. And there's a lot of parking areas, so that'll give you an idea how many people were there. This is Rhodey. Rhodey got her name from being born in the back of a car on a road trip from Florida at Christmas back to North Carolina. She was due January 1st, but Rhodey was born December 29th. So she's gonna be 4. No, she's gonna be 5. Wow, time flies. You can always tell how old you are by your kids, right? Yeah, I should go find a spot to take them swimming, although they really don't like water. They're a little on the prissy side when it comes to water. They don't like getting their feet wet. They don't like going out in the rain. They are not Labrador retrievers. That's for sure. They are true Chihuahuas. They do like it when it's hot. Yeah, I'll have to go and check it out. I mean, I don't really like coming and not doing. And with my animals, it's limited to what I can do because of being aware of where they are and the whole 9 yards. Like I said, Thomas is cool. You know, Thomas can just hang out. And he's all good. But I could never leave my puppies here. Whether they'd be tied out or, you know, I can't do that. So I'll have to take them with me. So it will be interesting to see what's going on Monday. Not quite sure. And it'll be cool to see the fireworks. Not quite sure what they have. But that'll be cool. I know that especially Rhodey, that'll really freak her out. She doesn't like loud noises. Scare her. You know, gunshot or fireworks or any of the above. But I can tell you one thing, I really do not want to do anything that would get me arrested. Ticket, that's one thing, but I am not willing to be arrested. Been there, done that. I'm much more viable to be able to do work on the outside than to minister those who are in the inside, at least at this point in time. I do not like the sound of bars clanging. Gives me claustrophobia. I have a hard enough time going in a building and staying in a building anymore. Once you're used to living as we were meant to live on Earth, communing with Mother Nature, once you are used to it, it's hard to go inside and yeah. Looks like the wind is shifting a little bit. I'm not catching the breeze right now anymore. Someone had asked, and I don't remember who it is, about if I had done a chart for the 1776, and I haven't. So that might be something that I do today. Find a place, and I have to find out when the official start of. I'm not quite sure if that day in IHOP parking lot would be considered, or if it were when they came up with the name of, if that's what they consider. Because if that's the case, you know, it does make a change in the placements in a chart. And then I'll have to look up the official for the United States. Because I think there might be a couple of different also with the United States. I mean, we know it's a Cancer, you know, July 4th. But as to other particulars, I'm not quite sure about. So I guess we better get going. Well, there's still a little bit of shade to be found. Sun is soon going to be overhead. So I guess we're going to go. And I really can't put you up on my dash cam. That's one of the reasons why I didn't live stream, because I tried a couple of times on dash cam and my phone only lasted like maybe 10 minutes in the sun. So it's not an option in that form or fashion. And you know, pushing myself to go live has been challenging too. Like I said, with the stress that was involved, I probably would not have spoken very kindly, and it would have been more of a negative connotation on the journey. And then I started more so with live with the Convoy pups. And I still have some video to put up with the Convoy pups. And like I said, I really didn't want to go in front of. I'd rather be behind the camera. So that's why I was going to live stream the puppies. I have some videos. I know that there's a video up on YouTube on Rhodey's litter, because it's funny watching puppies play, and I was looking forward to watching the puppies play. But when I had to put Bella down, I was concerned about the puppies because 2 of them wouldn't eat, and trying to feed them every 2 hours when you're driving, it was pretty much impossible to do. So I felt that it was better to give the puppies up to an animal rescue in Montana so that they had a chance. And 2 of the puppies that would not eat did succumb to pneumonia, possibility of the formula going into their lungs. That's one possibility, but 2 of the puppies are alive and well, and they're in the process, I think, of getting homed, not rehomed, but homed. And I have to contact them once again. That was, I think it's Help Every Pet, but it's HEP in Montana in Hardin, Hardin, Montana. The girl has a animal rescue, and she rescues a lot of animals. They have a spay neuter. They do a lot of work for their community. So I feel good about them being in charge of placement of the puppies. And that's where Bella was buried. So wasn't exactly in a really good state of mind after that to do any live streaming. Also, it took a while to be able to talk. How about Carmeli? Say we miss Bella. Yeah, we miss your mama. What was I saying about Chihuahuas? It can be 80 degrees and they still like to go under covers. How about Carmeli? Huh? Where's Soph? Is she going in the back? Huh? I guess Sophie went all the way in the back. Yeah, it was very distressing on the convoy. The blatant disrespect of the organizers for the people in the convoy, where we would stop and all that kind of good stuff, and they're living in luxury in the RVs on the people's dollar and enjoying the so-called vacation across the country, where they would disappear in the RV and who knows where they would go or what they would do, while the people were either sweating or freezing depending on the states that we were in. That's pretty much been the whole time. We were either freezing in the conditions or sweating. And the stress of not knowing the destination of where we were going if we got lost, and not being able to stop to go to the bathroom for, either the people or the animals, and to dehydrate ourselves so that we didn't have to go to the bathroom. We would hardly drink so that we didn't have to go to the bathroom and then beat our cars to try to catch up. And it would have been much easier if you had a destination and you knew where that destination was. That, you wouldn't freak out, but you didn't know where the destination was, where they were going to fuel up. So if you weren't, going to fuel up, it was one of the most, if not the most challenging, well, definitely the most challenging in its own right. How can I compare other challenges to that? But if you would have told me at the beginning that the trip would cost me my dog's life, I would not have gone, for sure. But I went to make peace with my son's death in Oregon. And that was pretty much my intent, my reason for going to California was to get close to Oregon and to come and get peace. And I had just found that peace when Bella got sick. And like I said, after all that stress, I really could not think in a clear, rational way. But I was very grateful when we finally got back. And the rest of us were still alive. Well, there goes the RV that was parked beside me. They had said about moving the RVs around to make room for tents and such. So I'm not quite sure where they're going to move on. But it was nice having them blocking the sun this morning. Yeah, the sad thing is, when I was asking, like we were in Sacramento and we were getting ready to pull out, and to get flicked off the way that I did with a sick dog and no money and knew nobody in Sacramento and didn't know where they were going to, no destination, and didn't know if Bella was gonna make it, and it was horrible. So they let me do a promissory because I thought for sure that I would get a little bit of support from the streamers to put it out there that I needed to raise funds to pay for my dog in the vets, and didn't get the support, so I still owe the first vet bill, and then when she fell out again, and I had to have $600 cash, and I still owed at that point, I think it was $400, and why would I ask the streamers to put it out there to help me raise funds to save my dog when they didn't do it the first time? So since I didn't have the $600 cash to save my dog's life, I had to make that decision to have her die humanely and put her to sleep. So do you watch a dog suffer while they die in your arms? Know that that animal is not suffering when they die in your arms. So anyhow, that's why when we got back to Hagerstown,